Have you ever questioned other people's behavior because you thought it was wrong? Have you ever not done something because you thought it was a bad decision? Well, then you might have something called morals. Morals can be defined as a person's standards of behavior or beliefs concerning what is acceptable for them to do. There are many things that people will not do because of their morals. A good example of this is infidelity. Infidelity is found all throughout The Great Gatsby, such as when Tom cheats on his wife with Myrtle and the other girl that was at the hotel, and whenever Daisy cheated on her husband with Gatsby. Infidelity has always been a problem. But according to a study, 65% of Americans in 1973 said that cheating was always wrong, but 81% of Americans said it was always wrong in 2008. This means that people have become more moral over the years when it comes to infidelity. There was also a study conducted by the director of Lifeway. A survey of 1,000 Americans found moral behavior on the decline throughout the years. There's also the political side of morals. In The Great Gatsby, people seem to not follow the laws that the government is enforcing. There's lots of crime going on in the book, such as bootlegging. Because of prohibition, crime rates had a 78% increase. Violent crimes were at its peak in the early 90s but have decreased since then. Crime rates are generally higher today compared to the 20s. So, do you think you're moral? Well, get out a piece of paper and a writing utensil to take this test to find out. There was a child with a deadly disease and only one cure, but you also had the disease and it only made you sick because you're older. Would you A. Give the child the cure, you'll live, they need it more. B. Keep the cure for yourself. C. Keep the cure and sell it for lots of money. You pass a woman in a burning vehicle. You A. Immediately attempt to save her. You couldn't live with yourself if she died. B. Call emergency services immediately. C. Ignore her. Not your problem. Would you rather A. Find a cure for a rare disease and save 10 people's lives, but no one thinks you did, or B. Not save anyone, but everyone thinks you did? Your best friend was falsely accused of committing a crime, and the judge says that she will pay you with $200,000 if you testify against them and put them away for life. You A. Vouch for your friend. B. Don't vouch for them or testify against them. Or C. Testify against them and take the $200,000. Travel to a country that is racked with famine, and a poor family asks you if you have any food to spare. You A. Give them all the food you can and continue to donate to them. B. Give them some food, but not enough to inconvenience you. Or C. Ignore them. If you got mostly A's, then you are a very moral person. You put others above yourself and try to do what's right. If you got mostly B's, you are immoral when you can be, but tend to look after yourself first. If you got mostly C's, then you are not moral. You only look out for yourself and see helping others is a waste of time. So what about the Great Gatsby characters? Do you think that you're more moral than them? Well, actually, I got the chance to interview each of them, and their answers are very interesting. My name is Jordan Baker. You probably already know me because I'm a very famous professional golfer.
Hi, I'm Jay Gatsby.
Hi, I'm Daisy Buchanan, Tom's wife.
Hello, I'm Tom Buchanan, Daisy's loving husband. Hello, I'm Nick Carraway, and I just recently moved here.
I'd probably lie and say I didn't have him, and then keep it for myself.
Well, it's more I would probably keep the cure just to buy Daisy something nice. I would just keep it for myself. I never really liked children anyway.
I would keep it for myself, but probably find some way to blame it on someone else.
I'm one of the greatest men I know. Of course I would help the child.
I would call the emergency services immediately, and then tell everyone that I saved your life.
I would definitely try to save her. What if it's Daisy?
I would ignore her. I have my own problems to deal with.
I would ignore her. It's her fault for being such a lousy driver. I would probably just call the emergency services and then try to help her as best as I can.
I would definitely rather have everyone think that I saved people whenever I really didn't. My reputation matters to me.
I would have everyone think I did so Daisy can see how heroic I am. Unless she's one of the people with the disease, of course.
I would probably just have everyone think I did. People don't really mean that much to me.
I honestly don't really care, but I'd probably make other people think that I did. Definitely find a cure and save as many people as I could, because I could not lie about that. I'm just such an honest man.
I wouldn't even get involved in the matter. I don't think anyone wants to see a professional golf star that people look up to in that sort of stuff.
I would vouch for them old sport. I don't need much more money these days.
I would just take the $200,000. People don't mean as much to me as money does.
I would just take the $200,000. It's my friend's fault for putting himself in that situation. I would just vouch for my friend. I could not lie like that. I'm just the most honest man that I know.
I would give as much as I can and then continue to donate. I'd make it very public so then everyone knows what a great person I am.
I would just give it away. I have plenty to spare.
I guess I would give some, but not enough to inconvenience me.
I wouldn't give them a thing. We don't want people like that in this world anyway. I guess I would give them food. I really like helping people.
What about modern-day public figures? Well, we got to get exclusive interview with our president, Donald Trump, and he had something to say about his morality.
I think I am a great moral leader, and I love our country.
Actually analyze the actions and beliefs of modern-day public figures to get a good idea of how moral people are today. I used a scale for the results of the morality test to determine how moral each person is. I found that Ariana Grande has mostly A's, Kanye West has mostly B's, Donald Trump has mostly B's, Michelle Obama has mostly A's, and Dwayne Johnson has mostly A's. I also personally interviewed Mrs. Morrison, and using the results that she gave for the morality test, I found that she has mostly A's. So that tells me that most of the modern-day figures today are very moral. With all the research that I did and all the people that I analyzed and interviewed, I've come to the conclusion that The Great Gatsby is still relevant to teach today because there will always be immorality in culture. The Great Gatsby does a great job at showing infidelity, greed, envy, and other immoral things that can exist in culture.